since your hostel is not the common typical hostel that most people just want a $20 bed to go sleep in and don't really care about experience, they don't care about any of that. It's the opposite of you guys. So what is the demographic, like age wise, maybe even like what they're doing? And then also, is it more for 2 night stay, or is it, hey, people stay 6 months?
Okay, so no, they don't stay 6 months. We have a maximum length of stay of 14 days. And the reason that we do that, and you have to have proof of travel. So you have to show that you're coming in and that you're going out. And so we are a traveler's hostel. When people start to stay longer than that, it changes the dynamic of the community. So that's a imperative piece for us. And if you look at our demographics 75 to 80% of our demographics fall in the 18 to 30-year-old range. That wasn't so when we took over. When we purchased this hostel prior to our rebrand, it was really probably, I'd say, 70% 40 or over. So we have changed that by price point, by the community that we've created. All of the things that we've already talked about has really changed that dynamic. We definitely have an avatar that we market towards.
So describe a little bit more besides me being sad now that I think I've aged out of your demographic. I'm 30, so I guess I can't stay there. But but what are most
Not
likely
true. Not
these
true.
I got last this is my
We've got
last year I can stay at
65-year-olds
housing.
staying there all the time.
But no, I get
So
it with the target avatar. So are these people usually backpacking Hawaii? Are they studying abroad? What are these people typically doing?
yeah. Okay, so if we look at, we've got about 50% mix of international travelers, 50% mix of travelers from North America. So, but when we, dig in and start to look at, well, what really is that avatar? We look at what are the growing areas of hospitality right now. And the growing areas of hospitality are experiential stays. So people are looking for experiences, right? That's really the main thing that we're doing is we're bringing people together, and then we're not providing just a bed. We're every day of the week we're providing on-site and off-site experiences. We're taking people out into the island. We're going on, chasing waterfalls tours. We're going out to Hana Maui, where people would spend $220 for a tour to go and join in a band, and we're providing that for an unbelievable value proposition. So that's really the avatar, is experiential travelers that are looking for youthful, Instagrammable moments. Because if you look at our Instagram and you look at the videos that are being created, that's what people want. That's what the youth wants, right? They want to go and they want to connect, and they also want to be able to photojournal it, and they want it to be like, look at what I'm doing, look at what I did, right? And so all of those experiences are being provided, and then they're getting the authentic connection along the way. So that's the biggest one, experiential stays. The other one is solo female travelers. It's a huge area of growth in hospitality. If you just forget about hostels, if you dig in and go, what are the areas of growth in hospitality right now? Experiential travel, solo travel, and female solo travelers. So we're really attacking what are those travelers looking for, and that's what we're providing.
Yeah.
I want to dive
Can I
into
also
that
add?
because yeah, let me ask
I want
this
to say,
because this is on this last question.
sure.
You
Yeah.
mentioned female solo travelers, and I 100% agree because I did a post on my Instagram the other day, and I had like 5 girls hit me up and say, Jesse, it's so cool you can solo travel, but I can't because I don't feel safe. And I'm like,
Mm.
dang, there's a lot of places that my solo female friends want to go travel, but they don't feel safe. So I'm curious, how do you instill the confidence to be like, hey, guess what? Besides looking at your Instagram, there's like a bunch of girls together. So it's awesome. You have a community of a bunch of solo female travelers, coming together. Amazing. But what else do you guys do to kind of instill the confidence like, hey, no, this is a great and safe place for you?
Yeah. Well, look, if you look at on our website, you're going to see that there's these 6 values, right? And each one of those values, they're attached to human emotional needs, right? So every human, it doesn't matter who you are, there's 6 human emotional needs, right? And so we look at those human emotional needs and say, how can we in our business model attack every one of them? Because if you fulfill someone's human emotional need, and in this case, what you're talking about is security, right? We know if you look at our property, we've got security cameras everywhere. And then when you walk in and you go to reception, you see big mounted monitors that show, oh, wow, man, every key you get, your every common space door has its own key lock that has a code that you get sent to you and that changes for everybody, right? So we started digging in and going, well, how can we attack this feeling of certainty and security in all areas of the travel, from waivers to explanations to all of these different things? And so now if you're a female solo traveler, well, imagine you could either choose to go and stay in a little Airbnb by yourself, and that's it. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know who's going to be there. You're going from you got to rent a car. You're going from your car to your at night back to your room, like all of these things, right? Or you could be with a group of people where there's constantly a host, where there's a tour guide, where there's an activity driver, and you're connected with like-minded people that are going through the same experience. So you have a sense of security, and anywhere you look, anywhere you're on property, your stuff is protected. There's key locks, there's codes everywhere, there's security cameras. It just feels like, wow, I know that when I travel with House It, I'm going to be taken care of.